Hey guys, Sixes here. I'm just wanting to go over a replay I have before we get into the combo involving Argostar. In this match, we are facing off against Vanquished Soul. It was inside the Dice Valley event, as of course this video was titled. This is, of course, Half-Life +1. In our opening hand, we activate That's 10. Our hand is not the greatest, but we do activate Glorious Aedra. With Glorious Aedra, we are then able to activate its effect to then get Lightning as well as Swift. We did this because we wanted to be able to get towards a Silhouette Rabbit, given the fact we had an Imperial Custom as well as Swamp Deity in hand. We figured we might as well go for that. So speed it on up a little bit here as we go for the Silhouette Rabbit. Alright, so Silhouette Rabbit setting the Anguish pattern. We activate the field spell, grabbing the lightning back. We set 2 and pass. We grab the lightning because we had another discard available for it. If we didn't have the discard available for it, we wouldn't do that. We respond to the reinforcements of the army with Imperial Custom to get us up to 9 counters. They activate the Infernal Equip spell. We then respond with Anguish pattern to allow us to pop it with the Silhouette Rabbit, as both of these actions will achieve the That's 10 condition to allow us to search and set That's finished, which is what we're going to do in this fight, because we already have quite the advantage in this situation, so we're going to do this to be able to then set the That's finished. Well, you're finished, I should say. My apologies. So they go for Raisin. We respond with Lightning, discarding the Tekaton board. Doing so will permit us to be able to grab another Glorious Aedra. We then burn for 500. We've already gone down 1,000 so far. We go to force Raisin to be dodged with the Anguish pattern. They respond with the Barricade board to help it dodge, which we then respond with You're Finished. That allows us to get it on the field, so we have that pressure should we ever want to respond by board wiping them. We then Anguish pattern as well as use the home stadium. So we have a pop as well as a negate targeting it, forcing him to use his effect to burn for 1,500 is what he goes for. He summons the level 5 Vanquished Soul, which we do pop. Then we negate the Xiaolong. Of course, he responds with his effect. Totally fine. We were okay with that. He links off for Rock of the Vanquisher, which I know since he's already used his normal summon, that this is a fantastic position for us to respond and stop this point right here, because he can't dodge this. So he goes for that. We respond with the Apophis, and we negate. Of course, since we negate, we can then pop with the Anguish statue, prompting a surrender, as we did still have Your Finish to be able to board wipe him at any point should we want to. Let's get over to the combo. Alright, now this time I'm actually recording, going through this goddamn walkthrough. We're going to special summon out Terratop. Can't believe I did the last one without filming. We're going to activate Terratop, adding Tekaton board to hand. We shall then use Tekaton board to special summon itself out. We'll go into a Big Gabunga. With Big Gabunga, we shall then add the Goblin Bikers Gone Wild. With Goblin Bikers Gone Wild added to hand, we shall normal summon it without tribute. We will then activate its effect to summon out a Doug Charger. With Doug Charger, we shall activate it and add a Grand Entrance to hand because we didn't draw it. If you did draw it, you would add the Trap because that would be better. We shall use its effect to add Clatter, detaching from Big Gabunga to special, well, not special summon. Yeah, it is special summoning. What am I talking about? And then with that, we will not use the effect of Big Gabunga. We will use MX Saber Invoker. With MX Saber Invoker, we will activate its effect. In doing so, detach Clatter or Doug, doesn't matter. We will then add Aedra. Well, not add, but special summon Aedra. Adding it to the field. There we go, that's what we're going to go with. Not using Big Gabunga's effect ever in this circumstance. We will use Aedra, banishing itself, setting a Lightning as well as the ETO. And then we shall use Lightning's effect. In this case, it would be pitching the Dove Charger, because we don't need that. Special summoning itself out and adding the field spell to our hand. We're going to activate the field spell. We're not using its effect right now, because we're going to make a Silhouette Rabbit. You could go for the Utopic Draco feature first if you want to be safe from Nib, but we've already passed that point, so... Alright. In this circumstance, we have a Anguish pattern as well as your finished in hand. So we're going to go for Swamp Deity. You can think about it otherwise. If you already had the Swamp, you go for Anguish. In this circumstance, we are then going to activate and add Lightning back to hand. So we have Giant Slave for the discard. So that would be have a bounce on our next turn. We're going to go for Utopic Draco Future. With Utopic Future, we are then going into Utopic Draco Future to finalize that line. And then, of course, we have Anguish as well as your finished. But just factoring these alone, let's count what we have for disruptions. Oh, my apologies. We're missing one last disruption. You should do this before you get to this point. You should do it before you make Utopic Draco Future. But it's not too big of a deal. So we detach one from him, and we're going to add the Gone Wild. Okay. So from here, we have a Gone Wild in hand. We have Giant Slaying. So we happen to have that, I believe. We did not add it. And we have two others. So, 3 unknown. These cards, we don't know. These are random for our circumstance. We know we have a disruption from Gone Wild. So there's one for the Gone Wild. I will put a 1 over here. It's a little more visible. We have the disruption. Because of this, it's tied to the Lightning. So these two to go together. That's one disruption here. We have another disruption over here from the Yugioh. We have a Monster Negate from Utopic Draco. We have 1 to 2 Omnis from this little guy here. And then we have 1 pop here. This is not factored in the rest of our hand. So from just this alone, let's show you guys what this alone can do. So we're going to clean this all up. We're not going to set the others. And though you totally could, it'd be totally fair to do so. We're just going to pass turn. Okay, so our opponent's not doing much. It's A-okay with us. We shall activate Clatter. Just to kind of showcase this, so we can discard that. Detach that, not discard. We'll use Clatter to revive the Dove Charger. We're going to let that finish resolving, make sure we're toggled on. Then from here, we can use the Lightning. Yep, using the effect now. To send the Gone Wild. When doing so, we will add an Adro, which will be protection from battle. We get a little burn there. Of course, we have Silhouette Rabbit for a spell Trap Pop. But we also have the Gone Wild here, which will then let us grab another one and attach it. And then, of course, if we wanted, we could keep that going, but we're okay. Yep, and we snatch that. We pop that. Yeah, and then we'll let them end phase here. We see that they have another one. I mean, that's A-okay with us, though, because what we can do is we can just bounce back, as we had discussed. Yeah, will the end phase finish up? We use Big Gabonga to then add the Mean Merciless if we had it, but no, we got Boomlock. We'll add Boomlock. Yep, we'll let the end phase happen. Going into our draw phase, we are going to add the... Oh, we added the trap. Hell yeah, that's nice. Doesn't really matter. We're going to pitch the Giant Slaying. Yep, and then we will add to hand... Yeah, whatever. We can add Swift, so we have an extra continuous trap available. We're going to get a little burn. Rabbit's going to pop. And then from here, we can use the... Dude, Lightning really wants to go. We're going to toggle back to auto. We can use Giant Slaying in this circumstance to bounce the Edo, as well as their card to back to the hand. And just from this alone, we have 10,000 damage. So, it's a fantastic little scenario for us here. And also, we could do this if we really need to push lethal. We could buff up our Utopic Draco here. And we'd wrap it up just like that. And we have 6 cards still in hand that we didn't use that we could have absolutely used in the circumstance. So, such a good deck. I'm loving this deck. Give this a shot, especially in your Dice Rally. I will be making a more ranked, refined version of this in the near future. Stay tuned for that. But let's get over to the deck list. We also have a tournament coming up soon, so I hopefully get to showcase that to you guys momentarily. There'll be an announcement on the YouTube side. Stay tuned. I'll announce it live on stream as well. We are working on a custom ban list for it. Let's go over to the deck list though, and we'll talk from there. Alright guys, so we're here with the deck list. In this deck list, it's a 45 card with the 15 card extra. You could turn it up a little bit, but I would not too sure I would do that. I may in the future, but you'll see that inside my actual list for that. But for Dice Rally, this is fantastic. We have 2 Droll and Lockford, because it's an amazing card. It shuts down a lot of decks. We have 3 Speedroid Terratop, as well as 1 Tekatomborg. We have 3 of the Doug Charger, 1 of the Clatter Exploder. We have 1 Boommock, 3 Glorious Adra, 3 of the Goblin Bikers Gone Wild. My bad, 2 of them. We have Nibiru the Primal Being. We have Reinforcements of the Army. We have 3 Dark Rule of No Mores, 1 of the Goblin Biker Grand Entrance. We have 2 of the Home Stadium. We have 3 of That's 10. We have 1 Goblin Biker Grand Entrance. We have 3 of the Giant Slaying, which allows us to search for our Argostars. We have the Grand Entrance. We would run more of these because it allows us to dodge with our Glorious Adra. In case they try to imperm us, we can dodge and go into the Goblin Biker combo with Gone Wild. Just keep that in mind. We also are running 1 of the Grand Pile-Up. We are also running an Imperial Custom. 2 of them, actually. To protect our spells and... not spells, but our continuous traps from card destruction as well as battle. We have 2 of the Anguish Pattern just so we have a chance to draw them. We have 1 Azarin because it's just a really good card. We have 2 of the Swamp Deities just to give us some Omni Negates for grind games. We have 1 of your Finished, which can absolutely just win games on its own. It is, you've disrupted them 4 or 5 times, flip this up. In a lot of cases, they just can't do anything really to stop this. It's incredibly great. It's been a fantastic card. It's blown out so many duels for me just because of this 1 card. We have 2 of the Lightning. This allows us to get our discard as well as what you saw in the card combo for extra disruption. We have 1 Swift as 1 Slayer ETO. 2 Slayer ETOs, my apologies. For our extra deck, we are running 1 Utopic Future, 1 Utopic Draco Future, 1 MX Saber Invoker, 1 Bamboozling Gossip Shadow, 1 Cicada King, 2 of the Big Gabongas, 1 of the Goblin's Crazy Beast, 1 of the AA Zeus, 1 of the Typhon, 1 of the IP Masquerena, 1 of the Silhouette Rabbit, 1 of the Nightmare Unicorns, 1 Nightmare Griffin, and 1 Underworld of the Goddess. If you were really curious about it, you could probably cut this and then these 3, not really see too much loss on the deck, or even potentially like 1 of these 2, probably Cicada if you wanted to. You could cut those and not really lose too much on that and save 5 URs if you wanted. The rest of them have pretty good uses though. But outside of that, just as I had mentioned, we do have a tournament upcoming, so please subscribe and follow. Activate your notification bell so you can see when that post comes live. Join the Discord server in the description. We are going to be hosting that on a Saturday in the near future. The announcement date has not been finalized yet. We are currently working on a custom ban list. I hope you guys enjoy this. We hope to see you guys there. There is going to be a cash prize involved in the tournament. Thank you all for being here. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you soon. And please feel free to tune in on the live streams either here or on Twitch. Thank you. You have a great rest of your day. I appreciate all of you. Love y'all.